Hello, my beautiful little Moglets. So today we are checking out a notice, sort of is kind of like a dev note. It's a summary of their Epic Birthday Conference Summary Notice, Part 1. I skimmed through it real quick, but wanted to go over the bulk of it together. I think it reads sort of similar to like a Q&A. So the first question, or it kind of reads as a sort of statement, players are experiencing stress due to random nature of equipment. That is one of the biggest RNG, they do say RNG aspects here, that I'm not too fond of, the way substats roll, but let's see what they have to say. They say, it is difficult for players to obtain the equipment that they want due to the fact that there are many random elements such as the equipment's grade, set, and stats. Mainly just stats for me. And since it is closely related to hunts and equipment crafting, which are played by highly skilled heirs the most, we are approaching it very carefully. We are strongly considering revising some of the RNG aspects involving equipment, and at the last conference we introduced a guaranteed craft called the Golden Hammer. Oh, I never read about that. However, the Golden Hammer, which simply produces epic grade equipment, is being re-examined as it is considered to be an inadequate improvement because in Epic 7's equipment structure, stats are more important than grades. True. The new equipment improvements that we are planning, Equipment Transmutation, tentative name, will be carried out in the Alchemist Steeple. This feature will let players craft new equipment using their existing equipment. The set rules will depend on the set type of the equipment that was used. For example, if you use speed and critical set as crafting materials, the result equipment will either be a speed set or critical set. Similarly, the level of equipment used as material will determine the resulting range for the equipment to be obtained. Out of all the equipment that can be obtained this way, the following three types of equipment will have one of these as their main stat. Boots, defense, attack, health, and speed. Good to note here is that they're all percentage based, none flat. Same with the ring, nothing flat, and looks like same with the necklace as well, nothing flat. And I think that's definitely a good step in the right direction because, you know, everyone can use percentage based whatever, but flat is just flat out worse than percent in every scenario. So this just says the higher quality stuff you put in is the higher quality gear you'll get. Planned for November. Oh, interesting. They're talking about improvements to flat stat equipment now. Interesting. So they're basically just going to be increasing the number of flat. So they're not really changing anything else except just increasing it. They say at level 85 gear, this improvement will double the flat number. This is good for a couple of reasons. First of all, flat stats aren't entirely useless. So like they say, for lower base stats or low grade heroes, it can be almost comparable depending on what you're giving them. Because of course, percent is based on their base stats, you know? So if they have super low base stats in one department and you really need to get that up for whatever reason, then flat would be kind of an option. With this buff, it may actually be better than percent in some cases. And the second way that it's good is if these buffs come to flat substats as well, then we're just getting stronger heroes because you pretty much can't avoid flat substats somewhere on some hero, you know, unless you start with an epic with 4 stats and none of them are flat. So even with flat substats being boosted, it may not be like such a shame to get that last substat revealed and it's flat whatever, you know, it'll still be okay. And so they're increasing the flat attack by 1.67, defense by 2.5, which I did feel was like naturally really low, and then health by 2 times. So pretty cool. Oh yes, they do say substat will also benefit from this increase. It will also be applied to existing equipment. That's really good. Oh wow, that's really soon, September 5th? So this will go along with the hero balance. Oh, they're gonna be removing energy and powder of knowledge as rewards in hunt? Who gave that opinion? Well, let's read on. They're gonna increase the drop rate of skystones, mystic metals, and equipment. Okay. But still, powder of knowledge is kind of cool. Oh yeah, we also got more information about the pet system. October, I think there's even more and even some pictures later on. Pets with skills that will increase the drop rate of craft material received in hunts. Allow players to obtain additional equipment and more. Interesting. Got some talk about Molagora improvements here, hopefully. Inadequate number of Molagora. Questions about when Molagora used on 3-star hero skill enhancement will be returned. And ways to exchange Molagora Go or Molagora. Oh, is that already a thing that 3 stars don't need Molagoras? Have I just really not checked that? I need to open the game, hold on. So it looks like they're reducing the cost by another 20%. Very nice. And it seems to be focused on the early upgrades. So like the first few mainly focus on reducing the number of Molagora necessary for lower level skill enhancements. No, 3 stars still definitely need Molagoras, but I'm pretty sure that is still a plan to remove that Molagora cost. So I don't know why people are already asking when we're getting those returned. But yeah, whatever, let's read on. Okay, yeah, here we go. So the currencies used on 3-star hero skill enhancement will be changed from Molagora and Catalyst to Stigma and Catalyst. Alright, similar to the Molagora improvements mentioned above, the amount of Stigma necessary will be proportional to the skill's level. Okay, that's cool. So this is going to be happening sometime in October, and with this update, our heirs can reset the skill enhancements for all 3-star heroes. When reset, all Molagora and Catalyst used on 3-star heroes will be recalled and placed in your inventory, and the hero skill enhancement level would go back to 0. It is possible to enhance the skills of 3-star heroes again with Stigma and Catalyst. The reset period for 3-star heroes will be available for 3 months after the update. So definitely plenty of time to do that, and I would absolutely recommend it for every single 3-star you have that you've ever put a single Molagora into. Even if you still use them, like, raise them again with Stigma. You need those Molagoras for your 4 and 5 stars. Also, it looks like we're getting a nifty little exchange thing like we have for the runes currently. Easy, simple, no need to go into the shop. I think that's nice and convenient. Also for October, it seems. Resetting used Molagora will have a huge impact on the balance and meta, and we thought it was not appropriate for Epic 7, which aims to provide fun in raising various heroes. However, we are listening to our heir suggestions and opinions, and we will consider more ways to improve the system further. I think they're actually doing a fine job steadily reducing the amount required while refunding the ones we have spent in excess of the new update and its requirements. So every few months we get a nice chunk of Molagoras we can reinvest back into our heroes, the ones we're currently using, the ones we like. So I honestly don't think they should allow you to recall all your Molagoras from heroes you're not really using anymore. It's like, I think that should be a permanent decision unless they nerf a character and then you can recall for all of your stuff. Yes, Molagoras are incredibly hard to find and you need kind of a lot of them still, but that would just be too easy. Get a new hero, say, oh yeah, you kind of replace her in pretty much all situations, so let's take all your Molagoras and just give them to her. Boom, she is completely maxed, done. You know, it's like, what's the point of even saving your Molagoras for the next new hero or whatever? It's just, oh, well, I have this hero that I'm probably not going to use anymore once I get this one. You know, plans to increase the sources of energy and gold. They're going to increase the energy and gold that can be obtained from web events that occur regularly. Free unequip events Thursday through Sunday every 4th week. And buff events. I also don't think there's a massive lack of energy and gold, but that might be because I've been a little bit more casual the last couple of months. And I'm just kind of hoarding things all the time and not really building a ton of gear because I know how fast, you know, 10, 20 million gold can go away when you're really focused on like getting really, really good gear. So yeah, for like the super active hardcore players that are always trying to progress this and this and this hero and getting everyone's sets, then I'm sure without using a lot of Skystones, you can keep up and run hundreds of times in Hunt or whatever. Any plans to have a ceiling for Moonlight summons? No. Also no. Oh, but here they do in fact say no as well. But basically they say they've made ceilings for pretty much everything else. Mystic, after like I think 200 summons you do get a Moonlight 5-star, and then for regular banners as well after those 121 or whatever then you get the hero. But yeah, Moonlights definitely are quite a bit easier to get nowadays. I don't think Moonlights necessarily need a ceiling. Limited heroes to return. Basically, can't tell you now. How will future hero balance updates proceed? So this doesn't really say much, but say that they're having a balance on the 5th. Yes, so regular balance adjustments. But here they do recognize the outcry for a Specimen Says buff. So basically Spez buff? No. Here we can see a sneak peek of the pet system. Let's see what they got. October. Sometime in October, it says. Pretty soon. We were aiming for September, but due to some urgent changes made in August, the pet system has been postponed. Okay, looks cool though. Damn, there's a lot of them as well. They look like just little monsters, but bet they do something special. Please note that the above image is still in development and may appear different upon its release. Pets do not affect battle abilities, but are there to help our heirs with their adventures in Orbis. So probably something like chest collecting, auto repeat, XP maybe. How will a repeat battle system and automatic object use going to be implemented? Okay, 3 types of pets: lobby, story, and battle type. Lobby type pets bring gifts regularly. Story type pets allow repeating battles in adventure mode and in the side story, and will automatically open treasure chests. Interesting. And then battle type pets allow players to repeat spirit, altar, and hunt stages. Getting quite a bit of automation going on here. So here we can see the lobby type and the gifts and the chances that he will bring one or the other gift. Battle type, you have some options here: restart in case of defeat, stamina, auto charge, and then you can select if you're going to use sky stones. Maybe you can also select leaves. And then story type, which is the same as battle type but just for like side stories and adventure mode. So they'll also have some special skills. For example, battle types will increase the number of crafting materials or additional equipment obtained on hunt. Other pets will provide basic runes as additional rewards from Spirit Altar level 10. Interesting. So here we can see another image. Increase acquisition XP by 20%. Event token. Rare catalyst drop by 60. Nice. Also, the pet skills will improve as the owner spends more time with them and takes care of them. With the improved skills, the pets will help our heirs play the game more efficiently. We are designing various kinds of pets so that our heirs can enjoy the game further, and we hope they will be loved by our heirs. Very nice. I'm looking forward to the pets a lot. And yeah, all that other stuff too. The Molagora improvements, reducing the amount for the beginning skills, 3 stars not having them, and I guess we'll be getting refunded those as well, or we can choose to actually. Could do that ourselves. The flat stat increase is pretty interesting too. And yeah, so let's go ahead and move on to part 2. I'm probably going to try and TLDR this a little bit since this video is getting quite long already. How are improvements to the raid Labyrinth proceeding? They say here raid's supposed to be hard, but people are just using teams that have really high morale instead because, you know, that's how you move and play. Oh, Lord. As all 5 bosses of Hell Raid Labyrinth are being added, it will be changed to monthly content instead of being weekly as it is now. I kind of regret saving up all my little spider doodads because I have like 14 of them now in anticipation for the new bosses, but like when it's going to be a monthly thing, I'm never going to be able to use them because you can get one of those bug charms every week. Okay, so I'm going to probably start using them now because they'll only reset once a month. The other bosses will hide once you kill any boss, so players can only attack a single boss per... Okay, well then okay, you need 5 if you want to clear all bosses per month. So I guess having a stash of them wouldn't be the worst because you will eventually run out, but the amount of main reward raid currency you get from the content will increase along with the addition of a first clear reward and shortcuts. I don't know what shortcuts mean in this case, but that sounds good. Maybe I will just save them after all. Difficult but valuable rewards that are given after clearing the content for the first time. Pretty much one of each piece, except chest is missing here. But yeah, looks okay. The ring especially looks really good. Looks crit chance, crit damage, effectiveness. Would really like some speed there to make it perfect, but on the crit damage set with attack percent, very nice. The helmet is good. Again, would kind of like speed there, but we got crit damage, attack, health. Necklace over there, immunity set, health percent. Definitely can be useful for some. Speed, defense, effectiveness, attack. It's not bad. Would like health. Oh, so no, health can't be on there, of course. Sword looks really good. Speed and critical hit chance, and then effectiveness and health as well. Definitely not bad. Hit set though, so it's a little bit but yeah, not bad items. Oh yeah, the boots. Don't like defense boots, but I guess they can be used for some things, whatever. Okay, and here they're talking about coronation souvenirs and Queen's Guard badges, which are the currency you get from all the bosses, where you can buy things in that shop. So okay, I probably will definitely save my stuff because that's just getting way more valuable, and I would kind of hate to go through all that and then get half as many as after the update. In total, players can get the increased amount of 10 coronation souvenirs, increased from the 6 available currently. As all the 5 bosses are added to Hell difficulty and being redesigned to be monthly content, players will be able to receive a total of 10 currency by the end of week 4, increasing from current maximum of 8. Okay. Oh, wait, what? Oh, I see, because there's only 2 bosses. So yeah, you can only get 8 after a whole 4 weeks currently because there are only 2 bosses. Okay, I mean, yeah, when you look at it like that, it does make sense since they're also increasing it. So you can potentially get more in the same amount of time, but you do also have to kill all 5 bosses. This will help to decrease player stress and increase the number of items that can be exchanged from the logistics officer. And here's the stuff about a shortcut. Shortcut portal will be added that leads directly to the boss after the first clear. What? Players can focus more on eliminating the boss without troubling themselves with getting there. Thanks. That sounds actually really cool. Except we won't have any Arky stuff. Souls, I mean. Players can decide whether they would like to use the portal and proceed directly to the boss, or if they'd like to collect items and souls instead of it's like they read my mind before I read what's going on. After the update, all players can acquire a quality item as a first clear reward for normal raid Labyrinth. Hell raid Labyrinth will still be a challenge, and any players who successfully cleared it will be rewarded with the highest grade items. Go for it anytime during the month if you've acquired the entry ticket. The shortcut and the doubling of currency rewards will guarantee you better items from the exchange shop. Oh, they actually have no date for this. It just says it'll be updated after receiving ample opinions. Okay. Interesting. So I should give my opinion? Damn, that's actually kind of hard. On one hand, yes, it would be much more laid back and relaxed if you could only clear all 5 bosses once a month. Because if you could do 5 Hell Raid bosses every week, you know, and then have to take care of that you're having enough morale to do like 3 bosses in 2 runs, you know, that would get stressful pretty fast, especially on a weekly basis, and considering the Hell Raid bosses are very tough. I don't know though, so like for me, I would say it's a pretty nice change, especially since they're gonna be doubling the rewards pretty much. So I would be fine with it, but I think it's a little bit unfair to the hardcore players that are fine with that stress and want that stress and want the option to do those 5 bosses every single week, if they have the stuff to do so, of course. So that's my opinion. I'd be totally fine with this change, but I have a feeling a lot of others wouldn't be. Are there any plans to improve camping system? Camping lines will not decrease morale anymore. I mean, it kind of looks from this image down there on Sad Memory that Kin and Akates are gonna make the morale go lower. They have this little visual aid now to see, you know, the best one out of the 2, and you can go around your 4 party members and see the most up votes, whatever. So I think it's a nice quality of life change, but anyone really serious about it's just gonna plug their 4 characters into one of those online calculator things and get the best options there, I would say. But yeah, for someone that doesn't want to go out of their way and go on a separate website, very nice. Finally, the voice lines of heroes, excluding collaboration heroes, will be added to the camping scene. Players can go to a hero window and listen to these lines again after reaching friendship level 9. This will help players feel a closer bond to their heroes. Cool. Whoops. Oh god, what have I done? So the camping related stuff is planned for sometime in October. There's also normal Labyrinth, which I finished a very long time ago. Additional zones up to zone 5 are in development now. Here's a preview of one of the more powerful bosses that will appear in the updated content. This update is planned for after the Labyrinth renewal, which was discussed above. So who the hell knows when this is coming? But can we summon for this character? I want this character, please. But that's apparently one of the bosses. Very nice. Release Zone 5 now. Plans to improve the daily check-in rewards? Oh, scheduled to be improved with the update. Scheduled for next week. Galaxy bookmarks, mystic medals. After the update, players will be able to receive both the standard check-in reward as well as the improved check-in reward. However, once the standard check-in reward completes the current cycle, it will not restart. Guess that would kind of suck to be like right at the end. I actually am not even aware if Epic 7's check-in is like the calendar or depending on the player. I never paid attention to that. Jeez. Plans to add content such as battles with friends or guild members and a replay function. Also, when is real-time arena available? So it looks like all that will be coming around the same time, sometime this year, they say. But that's pretty much all the information. Here's a screenshot. Oh, it'll have a system like this. We had this in like King's Raid, where you throw out your 5 characters and you can ban one and then like take turns banning. You're not really allowed to have a core unit because then you're kind of screwed. Each hero becoming unavailable once one player has chosen them. We'll talk more about that when it's actually here. Future collaborations with another famous IP? Can't say. Maybe some Epic 7 merch as well. Memory imprint system scheduled for October. We talked about that previously, where you can do different things with your memory imprint than you currently can. Also a system where players can earn tokens when receiving a duplicate hero, which can be exchanged for a hero selector. Very interesting. Name change ticket, please. When? We do not have any plans of adding this function because we're concerned about the negative impact that a nickname change ticket could bring in regards to account sellers. Come on, like not even one. I'm epic tired T, man, forever. Plans to separate artifacts from the summons? No. Feature to skip cutscenes? No. More QOL? With the September update, the ability to name teams will be implemented. That's cool. So we got like Wyvern Speed here, Wyvern 3 minute. Okay. Also, the hero selection screen has been expanded as to display more information such as memory imprint. Cool. So definitely quite a lot of changes planned. We've been recording here for almost an hour now, trying to go through it as carefully as possible. And then giving a sort of TLDR. Yeah, there's just a lot of stuff to digest straight away. So as far as what's happening in like September, still a good chunk of stuff. A few really good QOLs in there. Of course, the balance patches and some other things. But yeah, I'll probably give more thoughts on it when the update actually does drop, and it's going to be a little bit more condensed and not all the current future plans for like the rest of the year are out here as well. But it was still really exciting to read through them. Make sure to leave your thoughts about all these things that are going to be happening in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.